if you're an old fart like me and you watched the original Panty and Stocking 15 years ago in 2010, as of now it's 15 years ago, but yeah, it came out in 2010. This animation style was very shocking. You know, it was really shocking to everyone. This animation style didn't really exist back in 2010. You know, anime was just, you know, up and bustling, getting really popular here and there. So this animation style really scared the shit out of everyone. It scared the shit out of me, and we had a lot of fun with it. It was just so much fun. But check out the normal animation. Look, I honestly believe that this type of animation would have been better if they came out with like a second season of just this Panty and Stocking in normal animation. You see how, bro, Panty just looks so well done. She just looks so good. She just looks so fashionable. It would have just killed the OGs like me, and we would have been like, what? This actually got the norm animation. What, that would have been more shocking to us because Panty and Stocking is supposed to be like a, back in 2010, it was one of those animes that was just incredibly different. And so we're not used to it. But now it just seems so, you know, unoriginal. It doesn't seem as quirky as it used to be. It's just not doing it anymore for me. You know what like, I love Panty and Stocking, honestly. Like, this episode was fun. I loved how she got into the dueling aspect. You know, they were using the blue uncle of, I don't know what the fuck it's called. But yeah, guys, I don't know if it's just me or it just seems so tiring to see this type of animation. You know, they're literally between chibis and normal animation. What do you guys think? Like, it just, to me, as an old fart, as one of those OGs, this is not surprising. It really isn't. Like, the jokes, I honestly think that if they really wanted to stand out, they would use more normal animation. Know what I'm saying? But no, we get the same old. It just feels like a repeat of season 1. That's all it feels like. It honestly, like, they're using the same OST. They're using the same, you know, transformation sequence, which kind of makes sense. You know, you usually keep the same transformation sequence. Everything just feels stale, and unfortunately, it's like, bro, the jokes are just not doing it as much anymore either. Like, if you watch season 1, you're gonna understand. You're gonna probably love it / hate it, but then after season 2, it's like, it's just same old stuff. Like, same old. It's just, I don't know. There's just something missing from this season, and I honestly believe if we go back and they redid this whole season with just normal animation, like a normal anime, like we saw with Panty, with Panty there, or when they transform right here. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. You know, they transform right here. You know, the transformation just so, like, just spot on. Like, it's always been spot on since season 1. Right here, you're gonna see, boom, right here, you see Panty just transforming, and they just use basic anime style animation. You know what I'm saying? So right here you can see, like, you know, Panty's right here, she's transform into an outfit. Just fucking, they just fucking nail it with this. They just nail it. 10 out of 10, bro. I never get tired of the sequence. I never get tired of their transformation. Just look how amazing this would be. Just imagine the whole anime was like this in season 2. Just imagine that. Now that would turn heads. And then that would actually start more talks. That would actually put Panty and Stocking more in the topic of discussion. I honestly would think it would make it even more popular, because we would be like, holy shit, season 1 was all like quirky, weird, you know, chibi looking at, you know, characters, weird looking characters. But no, here we are with the same old. Obviously, you know, the jokes, you know, are kind of cool. You know, they're kind of funny. But like I said, I feel like there could have been more discussion. There could have been more controversy. There could have been just that, just that it. It would have been, you know, one of those animes that just stands out within the summer animes. Because there's a shitload of animes right now. And it's going to take a lot than just bringing back old shit and just shoving in everybody's faces. You know, they really need to push the envelope and give us more of what they did in season 1. You know, something that turns our head, something that, you know, Gainax really did a good job. Just was everything. And we thought it was the end of anime. We literally thought Panty Stocking would be the death of anime because of how messed up the animation was. You know, it was just so quirky. It was just so unnatural. It was extremely unnatural. And so here I am just thinking, damn, this could have been something huge. This could have been something that everyone was talking about. But no, I don't think a lot of people are watching Panty Stocking season 2. Only probably just old farts like myself. You know, OGs that back in 2010 when we're writing down animes with a piece of paper and a pencil. You know, where we're just getting internet. You know, I just got internet back in 2009. That's when I started having internet. That's when I had proper internet, like high-speed internet, not the dial-up bullshit. You know, I probably watched this in a bootleg site, you know, and got a shitload of Trojan horses and malware, spamware, you know, all of this stuff. But no, guys, this is the reality of the new Panty Stocking Garterbelt. You know, this could have been one of the most controversial things they could have done. Is if not give us this type of animation, give us, you know, don't give us this, what we're seeing right now. Don't give us this, and don't give us the other stuff. They could have just made it a whole lot different. Maybe it's because they're basing it on a manga, which is fine, you know. But sometimes you just gotta be risky, even if you don't do the original. If they're really trying to stand out like they did back in 2010, they could have done something beyond of what it is now. Because right now, bro, this is not as fun as I remember. That's all I gotta say. I'm not trying to shit on it, but I just feel like, man, they had something good here. They really did. It could have been great. But now it's just the same old back, you know, just shoving it in your faces just to have something. Just to reboot the series. Just to put out the merch back into the market.